It's Auburn and Ole Miss Saturday morning at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It's 11:21 kickoff. It'll be seen locally on WTVY Channel 4. Auburn coming off another disappointing loss, especially the way they lost it at LSU on Saturday night. The Tigers really weren't expected to win, but I thought they'd give a good showing for themselves. They didn't. LSU took it to them from the start. The Tigers were really never in the ball game, and again, this is 3 weeks in a row the Tigers go down to defeat after starting the year with 5 straight wins. I think if you go back to the Arkansas game, that's a game that Auburn lost that, hey, you know, it was a disappointment, but it's something they could get over with. But then they lost at home to Kentucky after leading most of the game. Fourth quarter, it kind of fell apart for them, and Kentucky comes back and gets the victory. And I think from that point on, you know, it's really started to play the mind games with Auburn. I think they're starting to think again, well, you know, the wheels are falling off like last year. I felt like they would have gone into LSU and played them tough, but it didn't happen. So it does make me wonder where the mentality of this team is right now. Are they thinking that the ship is sinking again? Here we go again type thing. And Auburn has got to rebound in a hurry if they got a chance against Ole Miss on Saturday, because Ole Miss is, I think, is almost as good as LSU, if not as good. Their defenses are very similar, and the Ole Miss offense is better than the LSU offense. So Auburn's got a really tough challenge to come back on and try to get things back going again. I do think they can do that. I think Auburn can play a good game. I think they can beat Ole Miss, but it's, you know, on paper, the Rebels will have the advantage here. What Auburn has to do is play better defense than they've played in the last, you know, 3-4 weeks, maybe the best defense they've played all year, to stop the Rebels, because the Rebels have all kind of weapons. They're a very, very good running team, and they got a very good quarterback who can get the ball down the field in a hurry. Auburn's got to get some pressure on him to have a chance, and just to give the offense a chance to get back on the field and make some things happen. Auburn can't get in a track meet with them, because I think Ole Miss have got too many horses and can put too many points on the board if the Tigers just try to get in a track meet, which means the Tiger defense does have to play well. We saw some good signs from Eltoro Freeman in Saturday night's game at linebacker. You know, he's had some problems this year. Didn't seem to understand the schemes early in the season, got benched a couple of games. He's back in the starting lineup, and he played his best game by far Saturday night. You know, they need him because the linebacker crew is so thin right now. So if Freeman can come through and start playing some good football, that will really help out the defensive unit. And they just got to buckle down and start tackling better. And they'll have to do so against Ole Miss, or it'll be a long afternoon. Offensively, Todd has been struggling the last couple of weeks. He's got to get the passing game back going again. I think the running game can be there with Ben Tate. Ontario McCallum, he's been hurting. His ankle has been sore since the Arkansas game, so he hadn't been himself. But if he can kind of break loose and get some of that speed on the corner again that Auburn had early, that would definitely help the offense. I think the real key is passing. Again, I think Auburn will be able to move the ball some with the run, but if they can't pass the ball, it's going to be a long day for the Tigers. Todd has got to get untracked again. Darvin Adams was his top target early in the season. They haven't been connecting too much recently. They got to get that going again and find some of these other receivers involved in the offense. So it's Auburn against Ole Miss. It's another chance for Auburn to get back on track, but they've got to do it in a hurry, and it's not going to be easy with the Rebels coming to town. 11:21 start at Jordan-Hare Stadium.